Hello everyone, it's Junie, checking in with all of you. Wanted to do some readings, open up a new little thing I got for my altar, and do some personal readings. I hope all of you are doing well. Give me 1 second, I'm going to wipe out this sage burner thing because it's got a lot of ash in it. Just give me 1 second. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a bit crazy. Okay. So I did get a new pendulum thing as well. We might try that out. Hey Susie Q, hey Karen. So it's just like a new pendulum thing. We can try it. And I got a new pendulum. Hey 50, it's good to see you. So I got an evil eye pendulum. And you can try to do that. I shake a lot, but I'm still healing from my accident. You can kind of see my face looks just like my hands. I have a nice big bruise on my leg. Actually, both my legs and my I got road rash, so I crashed, and I'm still recuperating from crashing. Pendulum lies a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I've had some good luck with it. My only problem is that I shake, and with all of my injuries, I don't know if I'll shake too much, Karen. That's my only problem. So it's good to see you, Karen. It's good to see Susie. It's good to see 55. So I went down to Old Newcastle last night, and I hung out in the graves. That was fun. And the Calamar Nickel has sailed in. The replica ship that brought, I think it brought the Dutch or the Swedes, can't remember, to settle here. Yes, I bought something new. Don't tell Walter. Walter's been lecturing me about my money. He's like, you have to start saving. My ghost. I don't know if you caught that live, but Walter has been giving me lectures. We went to the grocery store today, and we had to get like laundry soap, dryer sheets, all that stuff, and food, and stocked up on meat for the week. And it's just three of us, my 16-year-old daughter, and my husband, and I, and our dog and a cat, and it's about $300 and some odd dollars. I'm like, I'm shocked, Things are going up. So I thought this was cute because it's got a little star and moon, and you can put everything in it. So it can store my sage stick. And it can store my San Paulo stick. And it also has a spot for, incense like this. And the cone incense. can fit here. This is just sage incense. Smells so good. So yeah, I thought that was really cute. Isn't that cute? Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can see it. So it fits everything. Your cones and your regular stand-up too. So how's everybody enjoying their holiday weekend? I hope well. Ooh, that looks good. Holy San Paulo. Bless this house. May the smoke clear the air. Nothing but good spirit come in. High vibrational spirits, please. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Yeah, I'll put this over on my altar. Very nice. Okay. I want to get some sage over here as well. I always try to collect seashells wherever I go for my sage cones. Hello, Lawson. It's good to see you. Now we're just doing a little tarot reading, and I like to clear the energy, you know, before we start. Okay. I might need to turn on the light here too. Okay. This might be bright. Try to turn it to like warm light. Okay, so is Aggie here? Hey, Brooke! G-Mon's here. I wonder if you get anything from my dad, Juniper. Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, if you're comfortable with it, we can do that private if you want. That's not a problem. I would love to do that for you, Brooke. Love you to pieces. Yeah, everyone, recently, Brooke's dad passed away, everyone, Gma. So, I don't have my spirit box down here. We went to Old Newcastle and last night, and everything's in my daughter's boyfriend's trunk right now. He's up from New York, so they just went up to the riverfront, and I think they're going to go back down to Old Newcastle. So I don't have my spirit box, but we can pull some cards. I mean, I have my phone app, if you want to do like the phone app thing. Yeah, everyone's just lift Brooke up. You're in our thoughts and prayers, Brooke. I mean, I've been thinking about you. There's Aggie. Hey, Aggie. Aggie wanted to have a personal reading done too. So, yeah. My bio dad is still living, but stepdad. Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, he helped raise you. I mean, if you're comfortable, I mean, Brooke has had a lot of healing. She's gone through a lot of healing caring for her stepdad. But I think he's more than a stepdad to you. Do you consider him? You're comfortable? Okay. Do you consider him more like a dad or a stepdad? Brooke. Death is hard. I tell you guys a lot that it comes in waves, you know. It's like you're sitting on the beach and you watch the waves come in. Some are big, some are small. And the big waves can knock you over and make you cry, you know, make you hurt, make you feel sad. But then you have these little waves that are just these beautiful little memories, you know? Smells, locations. It's just a process, and there is no time limit on healing. Everybody heals in their own way and in their own time. There's nothing I can do or say to make any of that pain go away, you know? All I can tell you is that it definitely does take time. He called me his badass daughter, because you are a badass. You're a warrior, girlfriend. Once the forgiveness happened, it was much better. Yeah. Hey, Hope Floats. It's good to see you. Services at Veteran Cemetery. Okay. Because he was a veteran. So you're going to have the whole salute thing and everything. We had that for my dad. I can remember my father being in the hospital, Brooke. Well, all of you guys really, I'm not just talking to Brooke, I'm talking to all of you. But even when he was really far in his cancer, right? I mean, like, he was dying, okay? The nurse would ask him, what is your military number? And my father, he would, even as weak as he was, he'd sit up straight and he'd rattle off some military number, and he would he had it memorized after all those years, you know, and he'd do a little salute, you know, and I'd be like, Dad, how do you remember it? It's just embedded in their, I don't know, it's just embedded in their psyche, you know. Yeah, they all have it memorized due to going to the VA. Yeah. He could just rattle it off like so fast. It used to blow my mind. So, yeah. Yeah, it's like a social security number. Yeah, you just know it. Hey, Sweetly. It's good to see you, sweetheart. How are you? Okay, so who wants to have a reading first? I know Aggie called me earlier, so we can do a quick little love reading on Aggie. I can actually let's do a couple things with Aggie, because she kind of has a question about the guy that she's been seeing, and it is confusing. The guy is a bit confusing. I did a reading on him last time, and this one I don't have the best vibes from this guy. Like I said, I felt conflict with children. So Aggie, I'm just gonna ask. The pendulum, real quick. Now, please, everyone, remember, this is just for fun. You don't have to take this seriously, okay? We're just coming together as friends. Just like if you were sitting in my house and we were all having a cup of tea, together and pulling tarot cards and asking questions. We're just asking questions to the universe, okay? You don't have to take it as fact. I'm not presenting it to you as fact, okay? All right, so let's just ask the pendulum for Aggie. Wait, shit, I forgot his name, Aggie. Hope floats, no man issues here. I wish I could be in that boat. Oh my lord. If my husband comes home early, he's gonna be like, "What did you spend at the grocery store?" You might hear some yelling. I don't know. And here's the thing. Here's my dilemma right now. Like, I went and spent all that money at the grocery store, and I should be in there cooking a big meal, but we have leftovers. So like, I want to eat the leftovers first, and then my daughter and her boyfriend, they went to. Yesterday we went to a hot Korean grill, hot plate where you cook your own food on the grill. We went there, so we have leftovers from that. And oh, thank you, Brooke. And so I don't know. I probably should be in there cooking, but I kind of want the leftovers to get eaten. And then today the kids went to the mall, and then they brought back Vietnamese food. So, yeah. Okay, so let's just see. Aggie, what is his name again? June, my dilemma is me being a hermit. That's okay. Being a hermit is okay. I mean, I don't blame you. It's crazy times. And things are really expensive, you know? Hossein Bakari, oh. Okay, so Aggie, what is his name? I forgot. Hope Floats, are you dating anyone? What true crime cases do you want me to read on? If Sheila comes in, I'll do Kayla Berg. I wanted to do a reading on. I mean, what cases do you guys want me to do a reading on? I'll do a reading on it. I'm sitting in this like weird chair right now, so I'm really low. I feel like my elbows are like too much in. What was his name, Aggie? Was it Chad or something? I can't remember. Sort of, I just keep my distance, which I don't do from everyone. Yeah. I kind of would probably do the same. Junie, do you have a long list of readings already? I can wait if you want. Just let me know. Well, I talked to Aggie on the phone earlier, and I'm going to do a love reading for her. Bradley, what's the last name? Strackner? Is that a new case, Susie Q? Bradley? I haven't heard about that. She's gone. Said hi. Yeah, no, I can do you next, Brooke. Stray Sonner. Okay. Is Stray Sonner a missing person? Bradley Stray Sonner? Or Stray Sonner? Sonner? I have not heard a word about them yet. Bradley Stray Sonner. Yes, 6 years, viral on YouTube. Okay. All right, so let's find out about Aggie's man first. Then we'll do Brooke, and then we'll do Bradley, and then I wanted to do the kids and the baby, and maybe Kayla Bird. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just do as many as we can. Hopefully my internet doesn't die. I can't guarantee it, but we'll see how it goes. All right. All right, Aggie, did you give me his name yet? Tell me about Aggie's man, the one that keeps kind of coming in and out of her life. Spirit, tell me about Aggie's man. Is he a good person, yes or no? So usually up and down is yes, and a circle is no. And I got a big circle. And it's hanging out more towards the no area, Aggie. Tic tac, we got a no. Yeah. Aggie, I'm not crazy about this guy, honey. I just don't trust him. I really don't. There's just something, yeah, that's just my own spiritual opinion. But as your friend, something's off with him. All right, let's pull some tarot on him. Let's pull some tarot and see what we get. We'll pull some astrology cards on him, Aggie. Aggie, did you give me his name? Sweetly. Love you to pieces. Tell me about Aggie's man. The one that Aggie went and met him, and it wasn't the best meeting. I'll let Aggie explain it to you guys, but I mean, we're all here for Aggie. Whoa. Okay, heartbreak, betrayal. Aggie, that just flew out. Heartbreak and betrayal. So let's stew on that. I feel like this is kind of your main card here, okay, of the reading, which is heartbreak and betrayal. Nothing but tears with this man. Strife, turmoil, cloudy skies, okay? And Libra rules relationships, and Saturn rules delays. So I feel like with this, he might have a talent. He's a Virgo, right? So he might be like a perfectionist. He's, you know, sometimes a low vibrational Virgo has an easy time telling everyone else how to live and telling everyone else what to do, but sometimes that Virgo has issues themselves. A high vibrational Virgo usually is of service to you and wants to help you grow and helps provide you with tools to help you grow. And they can be your biggest cheerleaders out of the zodiac as a Virgo. But the thing is that on the negative side, they can be hypercritical, right? So I have the Sun in Virgo here. Okay, so he is a Virgo. Okay, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So he might tell you he's trying to work on himself. He might have a talent, but there's some type of delay here. Oh, your phone is being crazy? Okay. Tell me about Aggie's man. Curtis. His name is Curtis. Okay, tell me about Curtis. Tell me about Curtis. Spirit, tell me about Curtis. Spirit, tell me about Curtis, please. Okay, so I feel like you guys move pretty damn fast. And it would be long distance or traveling's involved when you have to go see him. I feel like it accelerated. The communication was quick and fast. This might be moving too fast with him. Okay, so his birthday is September 12th, 1985. Okay. So he wants to move things fast. And that might be a pattern with him. You know, spiritually, I'm getting that this might be a serious pattern with him, is that he talks to women. He wants to move quick. He wants to move fast. He tells them he's working on all these things. He's got all this stuff happening in his life, but there's something here that's not good. That also could be traveling, moving, moving quick, or actually, moving because you're going to move. Because it represents speedy, quick. If it was in reverse, it's a delay. But it's upright. Okay, so he's got his feelers out there. He may have just moved and he's trying to settle in, or he's looking on the horizon, he's waiting for his ships to come in. Maybe he's trying to explore new work, new ideas. She met him online. She met him online. Tell me about Curtis. What is Curtis's true intentions with Aggie? Okay, so he is trying to move towards his goals. I do feel like he just moved. Or he's getting a new car or a new house, or he moved into a new direction. And there's travel there. So if you guys did meet, that's where the travel comes in. I stopped talking to him for 2 weeks, and out of the blue, he messaged me. Okay, so let's ask, why did he message you? Why did he message you? Hey, Joe. It's good to see you. Respect and love and light to you as well. Hey, Phoebe. It's good to see you, love. It's good to see you, hon. He moves tomorrow. He got a second job now. Okay, so that's him working. That all makes sense. Wow. And him looking out on the horizon for, he's trying to network. And that could be with working. I mean, these aren't the most negative cards, but this card is the one that I'm worried about for you. There's some type of betrayal with him. He's going through some type of transformation. And there is some type of secret here. He's probably not telling you everything. There's some duality with him, like if you look, it's the wolf, the wild wolf, and then you have the domesticated dog, and then you have the lobster coming up out of the water. Same thing like with a crab or a crustacean, they shed their skin, right? So there could be some decisive, or he could be deceiving. He could also have some type of shadow self that he needs to work on. But I do feel like he's going through some type of transformation with this death card, because these two came out together. So there's a transformation, or that he has to completely break down to rebuild himself. One door shut on him and another door will open, but it's up to him to open that door. I mean, he could be a hidden enemy. There could be some deceitfulness here, honey. I don't know. Look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, too hasty, sudden action without, the Fool is, this is like a new beginning, a fresh start. But when you get the Fool in reverse, that's someone that's not looking around their environment. The dog is warning. See, there's the dog here. The dog is warning them. Ruff, ruff, ruff. You're near the edge. You're getting ready to fall off, right? But the Fool, he's just looking into the oblivion, not considering his environment around him. So there is something a little off with him, hon. He might have big dreams, big hopes, but in reality, he just has a hard time. With lack of balance. I feel like he might be his own worst enemy, but it's up to him to make that change. Superior white goddess, I know my place as a black man. I respect you, beautiful. Aw, it doesn't matter what color you are in here. We love you even if you were green, purple, and polka dotted. Okay, so let's let's do a reading with Brooke. Does that help, Aggie? I hope that kind of shed some light. Let's pull some cards for Brooke. My hands have just started to heal up from my accident, so just be patient with me. I've been alternating Tylenol and Advil. I've been taking turmeric and comfrey. I've been putting comfrey on my wounds. They really healed up nice, considering how bad they were. All right, let's shuffle. Really good for Brooke. Let me just put some sage on them. Let's just spray some sage just to get Curtis energy off these cards. Okay. I'm not really sure, Aggie. I feel like he wants things to move fast, but that is a habit that he does with everyone. White willow bark is good too for aches and pains. Yes, I have some of that actually upstairs. I've been doing everything, you know, like I totally believe in herbs, but I also believe in modern medicine as well. I think modern medicine and herbs can work very well together. I've been alternating both and resting. I was really sore. I could hardly walk for 2 days after it happened. Yeah, I feel like I think he might have a hard time committing because he's got his eyes out on the horizon. But the last card I got for him was the King of Cups in reverse. And that can be someone that might have issues with drinking and addiction and mental health. And I think what he wants with you is to try to use you, or just he wants to make things go fast so it kind of sweeps you off your feet. But he really isn't all that he's cracked up to be. Thank you very much, Joe. I'm trying to heal. But I'm getting better. It was my fault. I was going too fast and I hit a curb. I'm lucky I didn't crack my skull open. Yes, proceed with caution, Aggie. Listen to Brooke, yes. All right. Spirit, I'm asking for Brooke. Brooke is her dad. Dad's passed over. Tell me about Brooke and her dad. He's passed over. Tell me the energy of Brooke's dad now that he is in heaven. Tell me about Brooke's dad. Tell me about Brooke's dad. I wish I could work for Superior White Goddess until you get better. I'm a strong person. Thank you. So, I got the King of Cups in reverse. So this makes me wonder, towards the end, I don't feel like this is all of him. I feel like this might be something that happened towards the end here. Was something said, Brooke? Was something said? Were you worried about his emotional well-being? Thanks, Joe. No, just relax. Just be here and enjoy us. Just enjoy the environment. Hey, blue-eyed mama, just hang out with us. Just chill, relax. I feel like there was something emotionally or mentally unwell with him at the very end. I don't feel like this is the... Okay, and you weren't used to that with him. You weren't used to that. There's something about that. So he had some serious mood swings. Oh, he had dementia. Okay, well there you go. So that makes sense, his mental health, which is neurological, you know. I didn't know he had dementia. It must have got bad towards the end. So this is his emotional well-being, his emotion, you know. I mean, I know that he's not an addict or an alcoholic, but this can also be mental stability, mental health, inability to cope with your mental emotions, right? Uh, Feeling overwhelmed. He may have had a message for you towards the end, but because he had dementia, he wasn't able to really truly tell you what he wanted to. But I feel like he tried, but it didn't come out right. And then I feel like he was losing his temper a little bit. And that kind of freaked you out because you're not used to that. Sent happy poop. Thanks, Susie Q. Is this resonating so far? What I'm picking up on? Alright, let's... Tell me about what Brooke's dad feels in spirit right now towards Brooke. What was your dad's first name, Brooke? He was happy we spoiled the shit out of him. Oh, years ago he had enough of his rage. Okay. Fred. That's right, Fred. Okay. Tell me about Fred. Spirit, tell me about Fred. Does he have a message for Brooke? What is Fred's message for Brooke? What is Fred's message? Wow, he had a, it's kind of sad because you're telling me that he had dementia. I mean, he's coming through as like a major king. Hold on, I have to sneeze. 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. He's very analytical, very smart, good with his words. I'm not sure if he was a water and air sign. I think your mom was an air sign. I can't remember what he was. He might have been... But regardless, he might have these things strong on his chart. He was good with his words. He was very professional, a man of discipline, a man of logic. He'd tell you how it was. I mean, basically this is like someone taking a journey. I mean, if you want to think about it in the spiritual world, he did transition. Okay, he did do an exit. So, I mean, if you look, I mean, if you think about the river Styx, right? I mean, you know, getting in and going to calmer waters, healing. He's no longer in pain. And there was some toxicity here, and Capricorn rules death. And I do believe that he was able to release some toxic behaviors. I mean, you and I have talked before about some of the things that happened to you as a child, and that's what that is. It's showing up in your reading. But I feel like he was able to speak some truth to you. Or there was something that you heard that gave you some validation of allowing you to heal, or allowing you to feel like you did what you were supposed to do. You were a good daughter, you know, and him complimenting you, saying you're his badass daughter. He was fine. Mom said he couldn't believe that I forgave him. Yeah. And that's, you know, the sort of truth. The truth came out. No matter what, the truth came out. You too, Joe. Have a beautiful night. You come and see us anytime, okay? What is Fred's message for Brooke? Tell me about Fred. What is Fred's message for Brooke? Oh, yeah, he's got victory. He's probably going to be a strong spirit in your life. He's moved on. Literally, he's traveled. Okay, this is someone who's crossed over. He's moved on. He's with the angels, you know. And I do feel like you had a breakthrough with him. Let me see. get an angel card for you. I like pulling these angel cards for Brooke. Yes, definitely a breakthrough. And I do feel he's in heaven. He's crossed over. I mean, hopefully he's made peace with God. I mean, it said that he went on. It's saying he's gone on a journey. You know, really, he's crossed over. He's traveled and crossed over. That's too many cards. Tell me about Fred and Brooke. Is there a message from Fred for Brooke? Oh, the wheel. A fresh start, a new beginning. This, you know, I do feel like you're going to have a positive change in your life. It's a very powerful card. I really do believe he made it to the light. I mean, like if this was reversed, I might be like, eh. Or if this was reversed, I'd be like, eh. But even though you guys were expecting him to pass, I feel like when he did pass, you still kind of were in shock. Or someone was in shock when he passed. Even though you were expecting it, there's this level of shock here. That's what I wanted from him. Yeah. Oh, there was shock. Okay, because like I know he was sick, but I feel like still there is some type of shock here. His message to you, Brooke, is to do what you love. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Being paid well for your craft, working well with others, and excellent reputation. So he wants you to do the things that you love to do. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're an artist or anything. It just means he wants you to live your life. He wants you to be grounded. This is an earth card. And the number 3, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, you know, to ground yourself spiritually. And, you know, be recognized for the things that you do, especially for the family. Again, I have a water card. So I got the King of Cups in reverse, which is his mind being mentally unstable. But I also have the King of Cups upright, which is an emotional king. He does love you, and he felt that you were devoted to him. He felt that, you know, you were charitable. You were charitable to him. You were trustworthy to him. And he honors everything that you did for him, Brooke. I really mean it. He really does. So I did get this twice. The King of Cups. And, you know, again, there's that ship. So that we got this boat theme of him traveling on, you know, crossing over. Very beautiful reading. So, seems like your family's going to move on. This is the bottom of the deck. The family's moving on. There is going to be good news coming from his death. Now, you know, usually in families, like somebody passes away, and then there's either a new baby being born, or you know, a wedding, a pregnancy, maybe a high school graduation. He's telling you, between these two cards, he loves you. This is a very loving king. He loves you, and he appreciates, you know, how you cared for him. This is the Cancer card, a Pisces card, a water sign card. So he does truly appreciate how devoted you were caring for him. And this is him reminding you that his death is going to bring positive change. Well, not that his death brings positive change. Gosh, I'm trying to get this out right. Usually when there's a death, there is something to celebrate. Something else good happens within the family. Like his death brings on either a new baby or someone gets the dream job that they've always wanted. And I feel like it's the grandkids. I feel like it might be your kids' kids, right? That there's positive things for you to look forward to in your own family and your own family growth. I'm saying good things will come, yes. Graduations, pregnancies, one of your grandkids getting like the job that they've always wanted, college graduation, things like that. Things are coming. Your dad is trying to tell you that don't lose hope, because there are good things coming in your future. Hey, Dee. It's good to see you, Dee, for me. How have you been? That's a beautiful outcome, Brooke. He's reminding you to, kind of be a hermit, meditate, work on solitude, but shine your light. Always shine your light. Work on forgiveness and being the true person that you are. Which is a faithful person, a spiritual person, a direct person. You don't beat around the bush. You tell it how it is. But, to live in joy, to live in truth. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Very beautiful reading, Brooke. Okay, so the other one was Bradley. Let me try to Google who they are, because I know nothing about them, Susie Q. I haven't heard about this case at all. Oh, let me get these cards in this deck. My knuckles are, I can't get them through because my knuckles. Okay. So just so everyone's aware, we do have 2 solar eclipses coming up in September. We have a lunar eclipse on between September the 7th and September the 8th. We also have a partial solar eclipse happening September the 21st. So the lunar eclipse is going to be in Pisces, and it's going to oppose the opposition of that will be Virgo. And so that is us. I mean, a lot of astrologers are saying these 2 eclipses coming up are going to really could be hard, right? They're emotional for all of us. The last lunar eclipse that we had, it was very emotional for me. I was crying. Some things happened in my relationship, and I was bawling my eyes out. But, it is a spiritual time. There is a transition that we go through. Eclipses always bring on the loss of a person in power. So just be aware that we could have someone overseas. We could have, it could be a president. It could be a king. It could be a pope. It could be someone very much so in power, because these things bring on omens, right? Sometimes, not always, but the last eclipse that we had, we did lose a king. So usually there is a death and a rebirth. So just be aware of that. And when we have September the 21st in Virgo, that's us trying to get ourselves organized, focusing on, maybe you have a project that you've been working on and you're kind of finishing up your loose ends and working on projects, getting them done. Remember, Virgo rules the 6th house, and it also can rule our health. So it is time for us to take our health more seriously towards the end of September. So if there's something with your health that you're putting off, don't do that, okay? Because these eclipses can really bring on change in your body. They do affect us. So, okay, let's put a period there. Just wanted to give you a heads up about the 2 eclipses. They're going to be powerful. Okay, so let's learn about who Susie Q was talking about. I don't need any more hard, bad feelings. Me either, blue-eyed mama. Dinner time. Talk to you later, honey. Bye, Brooke. So, because he is a player and trying to keep you on the back burner, you don't need to be sloppy seconds. You should be the queen. Yes, that's right, Susie Q. That's right. 100% Susie Q. Okay, let me try to figure out who this person. You know what? That's okay. The cards will tell me. Woman, stop scamming people with that. If it works, why don't you use... Oh, Lord. Okay. Not scamming anyone. All right, so let's do the true crime deck for Bradley. All right. All right. Again, I'm going into this reading completely blind. I don't know anything about this case, so you guys gotta let me know. Louisiana, 6 years ago. All right. Is Bradley a boy or a girl? Is he male? Or I feel like it's a male. Oh, you haven't heard of it either, Blue-Eyed Mama? Me either. Have you heard of it, Sweetly? Bradley from Louisiana, missing 6 years. Male. Okay, I was getting a male feeling. 31. Okay. All right. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate you all being here. This is fun. I like hanging out with you guys. Okay. Bradley, 31, missing from Louisiana. Spirit, give me a card. Give me a card. Just give me a second. Just need to focus on it. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, my hands are not working. My hands are still not working right. All right, Bradley, come through for us. Tell us what happened to you, sweetie. Where are you, Bradley? And what happened? Yeah, I like it too. Bradley, come through. What happened to you? Come through, Bradley, and let us know what happened to you, sweetie. I got alive in reverse. That just flew out. Did you see that? That was wild. Alive in reverse. So that's kind of weird. Let's put that here. Alive in reverse. Bradley. Holy hell. Hold on one second. The cards that fell are interesting. Life insurance, social media, money, a cleanup, and a homicide. That's the cards that fell. I don't think we should count them, but I still think that they're interesting. Okay. Bradley, tell us what happened to you. Bradley, tell us what happened to you. Hoping Bradley comes through too, Aggie. Everybody focus on Bradley, even though we don't really know who he is. Let's just focus on him. Wish I had his picture. Bradley, what happened to you? Something just looked over. Mountains. I don't think there's any mountains in Louisiana. But it could mean something up high. Could mean he was... Where did he go missing from, Susie? Mountains. Did he go missing like in the woods? First thing you heard was forced? Ooh. Thank you, Sweetly. I love it when you guys get downloads. Anybody else getting any downloads about him? Bradley, come through for us. Use these cards to communicate with us. Use these cards to communicate with us, Bradley. Whoa, home. Small rural town. Something about his home. or his home life. Travel. Love. These are in reverse. Is there talk of travel? Is there talk of a relationship? I'm going to put those aside. I'm not sure if I'm going to count them. Man, my fingers are just not quite working right yet. Just got to give me a second. Leesville. Bradley from Leesville. Faked death. Bradley from Leesville. Fake death just flew out. That's kind of weird because I got alive in reverse. So that can mean that he's like wanting to look dead. Faked death. What the hell? This is a really weird reading. All right, let's just pull maybe one or two more cards out of here and then we'll do the other one. Strangulation. Not feeling that card. Not really feeling that one. When it's strangulation, it could be like unaliving oneself or making it look like he unalived himself kind of feeling. And I got surveillance and an affair. So relationship did want to come out here. Traveling, a love affair. I got affair in reverse. Maybe the ending of an affair, ending of a love affair. Maybe it looks like he unalived himself, or there's speculation that he may have ended his own life because of a relationship. But there's something about surveillance here. There might be last seen at a trailer house. Okay. There might be something about being on surveillance with this case. Let me see the bottom of the deck. Justice. So justice will come. I believe that. Justice will come. Let me pull from another deck. Pull some zodiac cards. Come here, Daisy. Come lay down. Hold on, I gotta go check on Bonnie and Clyde. 1 second. Not that I'm aware of, just addiction issues. Huh. There's being high. High mountain. Being high as mountains. House. Fake death. Surveillance. Hold on, I gotta get my dog. Hold on. Come here, Daisy, please. Come lay down. Come here. No. Lay down. Daisy. Daisy. No. Lay down. Sorry, I can't trust her for a second. She is a wild one. Okay. Alright, these are some, hi Simon. Or Simron. It's good to see you. Sure, I can do one for you. We're doing a mixture of true crime and personal readings. Bradley, Louisiana, Leesville. Go lay down, Daisy. Daisy. Okay, I gotta go deal with her for a second. Oh, it's okay. So, Simron, if you want to have a reading, you gotta give me a subscription and a thumbs up. Leave me a like and a subscribe. I'll be happy to pull a few cards for you. Okay. Tell me. Sure. Let me get done this reading first, and then I'll help you. Okay, honey? Trying to feel the energy on Bradley. Jupiter in reverse. So it's weird because we did get the travel card. Did he want to go somewhere? Was he planning a trip and it got canceled? Was he planning on going, you know, maybe hiking, or was he planning on going away somewhere, possibly with a female, with a possible love interest, and those plans canceled? So this is like your freedom but being restricted. So Jupiter is the rubber band. So think of how the rubber band expands and blows up and it gets bigger and bigger, like a hot air balloon, right? But when Jupiter is in reverse, that hot air balloon shrinks. So there was something big that happened, but then there's this restriction. There's, you know, that's when Jupiter tightens its belt and lets all that gas out, right? So there's something here with his freedom being blocked, or his travel plans were blocked. Money, anger, money, conflict. Who was Bradley having conflict with? Who was Bradley having conflict with? Earth. Stubborn. Earth also is ruled by Venus because of Taurus. Who was Bradley having conflict with? Who was Bradley having conflict with? Ego. Deflated ego. Wow, these cards are weird. Self. He's his own worst enemy? Is he his own worst enemy? I'm curious. Yes, you believe so? Okay. Tell me about Bradley. Someone coerced the killer into murdering the victim. So there's a group effort to do something to him. It might be the devil in disguise. Did he have what their addicts usually are? Yeah, I feel like there's something here about a relationship, though. A narcissist and a sociopath he met. Someone convinced someone to do something to him. Now, they wanted it to maybe look like he unalived himself. Possibly. But that probably didn't pan out. There is some anger here. Something with hurt egos. Something about either a possession or money or drugs could be a possession too. And he had lack of freedom, lack of choice, lack of willpower, lack of, you know, he became he didn't have options, and he was no longer optimistic about his future. So I mean, there is a hint of him unaliving himself, but I feel like he met some really sociopath people that did something to him. Now again, Susie Q, I know nothing about this case. And the bottom of the deck is a friend knows something. So I would check his friends. Okay? 100% check his friends. I think the cards that fell earlier fit. The casino card would be he owed money. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so let's do the other personal reading. Alright, Simron. Am I saying your name correctly, Simron? I am a data analyst and I haven't got any job till now. Can let me know when I will be getting the job. So are you saying that you, oh, there is an ex-wife, sweetly? So did you get the job, Simran? Did you already get the job, honey? Are you, did you apply for this job? Simron. Okay, it sounds like Simron. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Not yet. So you applied for it, but you haven't gotten it yet. So you want to know about your financial future and your job situation. All right, I'm going to pull a couple astrology cards for you first, Simron. Tune into Simran. Everybody tune into Simran. You just clear some energy here since we just did kind of a toxic reading about a missing person. Let me get the sage. Hold on. Let's tune into Simran. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this about the job. Do you have friends that are helping you network? Is this someone that you know that's helping you network for this job? Simran. Simran. Are you networking through people that you know? Maybe people, distant family relatives. Stick with me in the chat, honey, so I can stay connected to you, okay? I need to get it. Okay, so does that resonate? This is people that you know about this job. Possibly a friend of a family member. Only one person I spoke to today. Okay. Yes, only one. Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'm definitely tuning into your energy. Tell me about this job. Neighborhood. Okay, that makes sense. And they're friends of your family, or you know them. Cancer is homes, so that would be a neighbor next to your home. You don't have friends. Well, yes, you do. We're your friends, Simran. Don't say that. We're your friends. Yes, you do have friends now. Tell me about this job. Okay, so With Juno there, I do feel like, yeah, I feel like you might get this job. I mean, that's a good card. Juno, I mean, she's she wants to make sure you have everything you need for your home and family. That's right. So there is some unbalance here with you. Or there's something unbalanced with this job. What is the catch? I feel like you want the job, but there is some pros and cons here that you've been going over. Like I feel like you've looked at the job, but maybe you're balancing the scales, and you're like, well, this is good. This is a positive thing about the job, but then at the same time, you're like, oh, that's a negative thing about the job. It's something with balancing it. What's happening in your home life? I mean, I do feel like you are going to, I mean, look at the little worker bees. Do you see the little bees? I feel like it's positive, but there's something unbalanced here, possibly with your own home, or you feel you're not ready. So you're scared. Are you scared? Home life, finances, issues. Okay. All right, let me pull some tarot. Your life is really stressed. Okay, so that's the balance. There's something here with being unbalanced. Something here about relationships, but something about the roots of your home life, and a relationship. And something's unbalanced. But overall, I feel like the job might be positive. Love, life, family are all making me stressed. Okay. No, that's why I got, this is your family home and your roots of your family home. You see? It rules the IC line on your astrology chart. So it's the IC, the Emmanuel. It's the root of your home. Hold on, I gotta let my kids in. They're just getting back. Hey. Hi. Hi. Welcome home.
I'm gonna be leaving in like a few minutes.
Oh, you're gonna leave in a few minutes? Can you wait? Just give me a few more minutes.
Okay.
I'm done, okay?
Sure thing.
Okay. I like that song, Kaden.
Tried it. Here you go. Just be gar.
Love you.
Love you.
Alright. Did you guys have fun? The riverfront? Good. Alright. Tell me about Simron's job. Tell me about Simron's job. So there is some tension at the home. There is discord at your family home. There is some stress happening at the family home. So that's coming through clear. And there's some unbalance at the family home as well. I'm not sure. My daughter's goth. Or emo. I don't know what she is. But sometimes she'll play a song and I'm like, oh, I kind of like that one. Whoa, okay. Yes, Ace of Pentacles, that's very positive. So, this is you feeling a little disconnected, maybe disappointed. Have you not worked in a while? Simron? I feel like you didn't work. Or your last job, there is some disappointment that you've kind of hyper-focused on. But if you look, the universe does have a gift for you. There are still things to be grateful for. And again, finding that balance. My father is stressed because he is alone, managing the home, because right now I am not on job. Gotcha. Yes, last 2 months I am jobless. What happened at the last job? There's things that didn't go well at the last job, and you're kind of hyper focused on it, so you're a little intimidated. But having the Ace of Pentacles, I mean, this is money crossing your hands. So, you know, I mean, I can't say for 100% sure, but the way that the cards are looking is that you have to find balance. If you do get this job, you're going to have to balance home and family, and the finances at home. But this, if you do get it, it's going to help you prosper and get a fresh start. So, I mean, this is money in the palm of your hand. So I would say for having this card for a job reading, you're probably going to get it. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, look, I don't have an ego here, okay? I'm not one of those tarot readers that come out here and be like, but the card said this. I don't do that, all right? I'm very realistic. We're just sitting here having fun, all of us hanging out. I feel like you're probably going to get the job. I could be wrong, but I do feel like it's going to bring positivity to your life, but you have to find this balance with work and family, because it'll be hard, and you don't want to repeat what happened at the last job. I feel like there is something happening. Either you have fear or you're hyper focused about something at the last job. Last job was in a different field, switched, and they were involving in stupid politics with their ego. Oh, yeah, I hate politics. I hate politicians in general, but I hate one specifically very much. But yeah, politics do not work well on the job. It really shouldn't be a place that we talk about politics is at work. You know, so just no matter how you feel politically, that is one thing that you just gotta keep a tight lip on. Okay? Yep, keep your head down and mouth shut. You need the money. Yes, office politics are the worst. Yeah, there is work politics and there is the hierarchy at work, but you know, just keep it light. Keep your head down, and who knows? I mean, you might have a budding relationship here with Juno, because you know Juno is the protector of the home, but she came up upright. Juno's pretty good to come up upright. If she's in reverse, she can be jealous. That can be jealousy, but upright, she's pretty good. It's Zeus's wife, Juno. Okay, so what was the next? I hope that helps, Simron. Yeah, politics don't mix at work, not at all. We just have to keep our mouths shut at work with that kind of stuff. Even the politics in work, we just have to keep our head down and keep our nose clean. I tell my daughter, don't shit where you eat, you know? Don't shit where you eat. It's very important. Okay, I hope that helps and gives you faith that money's coming. Whether it's this job or another job, money is coming. 100%. All right, who's next? Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. I hope that helped. Do you guys want to read about little Emmanuel? Or do you want to read about Summer Wells? Do you want me to read about Jack and Lily? I'm going to pull some true crime cards on them. All right, tell me who you want me to do next. No, I'm gonna do one more reading and then I'll go talk to them. They need to hang out for a little bit anyway. He has to go to New York. Oh, good. I'm glad. Emmanuel. Okay. Let's do a reading on Emmanuel. Let's tune into Emmanuel's energy. All right. All right, everybody, let's tune into Emmanuel. Spirit, we want to tune in to 7-month-old Emmanuel. Haro. Emmanuel Haro. Spirit, we want to tune into Emmanuel Haro. I have one more question. Well, if you can help in that, feel safe and comfortable with your readings, Junie. You're the best. Oh, no problem. I pray you get the job too, and I pray that you get some financial relief and the stress starts to go away at the home. I feel like there is a lack of balance there. There's some type of balance. You're welcome. And you have friends. We're here. Okay. Okay. Tell me about Emmanuel Haro. 7-month-old baby from California. Emmanuel Haro, 7-month-old baby from California. Oh, you're welcome. Emmanuel Haro. Spirit, come through for Emmanuel. Give me a second. Not feeling him just yet. Emmanuel. Give me a signifier card for Emmanuel. Spirit, give me a signifier card for Emmanuel. Something that represents him. I need a signifier card for Emmanuel, please. Signifier card, please. I kind of like to wait until I feel this heat in my hands, and because I'm all cut up, but usually I get this like tingling in the palm of my hands, and it gets hot. My hands, the palm of my hands heat up. Not feeling that yet. If Uncle Hector will help. Let's hope so. Spirit, come through for Emmanuel. Too many cards. Spirit, come through for Emmanuel. Okay, so this is a young man, or an immature man, or a young man that had their whole hopes and dreams in front of them. This is someone who could be a student or an apprentice. So I'm not really feeling this card for Emmanuel, but I'm going to keep it because it did pop out. Something about the home. You know, like planting a seed, and if you look, there's a big open field in the background. And this is someone that, this could be the energy of the parents, where I'm picking up that they wanted to have a career, they wanted to start something, but possibly having the baby put those plans on the back burner. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm just going to go with it because that's kind of what I'm feeling. But let's just see. Let's just see how the cards play out. Tell me about Emmanuel Haro, please. 7-month-old baby. I mean, he is a 7-month-old baby, so it is kind of hard for a signifier card to represent the victim because he's just a baby. He has no voice. He's only 7 months old. So this was someone who was feeling discontent. I feel like these two cards might go together, actually. Someone was feeling secluded. They couldn't get over something. Something in their past that they couldn't let go. Self-pity, self-loathing. Felt like they had their back up against the wall. They didn't see the blessings that were in front of them. They were too hyper-focused on the negative. Deceit and secrets. There is a lie here. There is ignorance and somebody who is spiritually disconnected. Someone who is, and I feel this could be the mother because this is a feminine card. So I would say that there is lies and deceit. There is secrecy. And there is a lack of spiritual, lack of heart, lack of empathy, lack of feeling empathetic for this baby. This is someone who took action against this baby. Someone who is very immature and lies. Okay, I feel like these parents are very immature. I'm getting pages for them. Like, what the fuck? No one's showing up here as a king or a queen. I'm getting little kids. Like, these parents are extremely immature and incompetent. Poor communication skills, selfish, lies, deceit, and there's some abusive words here. No, I don't go live every day. I have a full-time job too, at an office. I don't know. I go live. Like, how often do I go live, guys? Like twice a month, maybe. Yeah, I'm getting. These people suck. Okay, like, I'm sorry, but there's a lack of emotion and empathy, and there is harsh words, abusive words, and lies and malice here. And there's an action with those two. There's an action here. Someone initiated something to have a new beginning. Like, they had all these plans, they had all these hopes and dreams for some life that they thought they had, or some job that they thought they were going to get, or some employment or schooling or something. And having the baby put them with their back up against the wall, and they just kept focusing on all of the negative things. They refused to see that this baby was a gift. They refused to see the blessing. And then there's an action. Alright, that's supposed to be crime cards. I'd be interested to know if there was, with these parents, with Rebecca and Jake, if these parents talk about losing a job or wanting to start an apprenticeship or wanting to start something or move somewhere, or they expected something, but when they had the baby, things changed. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Sweetly, is she gonna do it for me or someone else? You will get notifications. Yeah, when you subscribe and you hit the bell and hit all, when I go live, it will let you know that I'm going live. Tell me about Emmanuel. Tell me about the people who hurt Emmanuel. What happened to Emmanuel? Haro? Victim engaged in... So I would say that this would be, they showed some unusual behavior right before the crime took place with Emmanuel. Tell me about Emmanuel. Okay, with this card, the victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime. Okay, think of it as a baby, okay? I think we saw the signs of abuse with Emmanuel, because when you see pictures of this child, he is not a happy baby. There is something lacking in his eyes, you know? I have pictures of my children when they were babies, and there's just smiles. They're just all smiles, and they were very interactive. And you know, I can remember blowing Zerberts. You know, when you take your baby and you go on their belly, and they laugh and they giggle, and their arms are moving and their legs are kicking, and you know, even though they were just babies laying on the couch or laying in their little crib, they were happy, and there was always a smile on my kid's face. And not that we were the perfect parents, not that we didn't have problems, but when you look at pictures of my children, they're bright. There is a light that is dull in Emmanuel, and some of the pictures that I see of him, behind the eyes, there's just this dullness there. Now, I don't know if he has, you know, a delay or not. I'm not sure. But even if you have a delayed child, or a child that has autism or anything like that, there still can be signs of just a happy baby, you know? So I do feel like something is lacking here with the baby. So I think that's what this card means, that there is something in the behavior of the baby that we're going to notice, which gives us a clue to what his home life was like. Said that there was effects of shaken baby syndrome. Okay, well that makes sense. I have a question but didn't know how to ask, so I'll put it in Messenger. Okay. I can't look at the message though, Karen, until I log off. Hey, Homic Warrior, can you tell me some general about my future? After I'm done this reading, I'm gonna have to head out. Cause my daughter has company and they're getting ready to leave, and I want to say goodbye. But I'll come back on. Hold on, let me just. I'm gonna go, Homic Warrior, after this reading that I'm working on right now. Okay, so, Blue-Eyed Mama, in my opinion, he shook him and eventually died from it. They panicked and disposed of him. Yeah. And that whole thing about the father said that, you know, he made this like half-assed confession that he rolled over on the baby, and then they panicked and they buried him out in, you know, out in the Badlands of California and up in the hills there. Even if you rolled over on your baby, you would still call 911 because it's an accident, you know? Like, you would do everything in your power to call the paramedics to come out and resuscitate. You would do everything. And you know, there's sleeping baby, there's SIDS, there's all kinds of things. To me, they would have, if they truly cared about the baby, they would have called 911 and not cared about the repercussions. Because what's most important is, okay, I'll come tomorrow, and I have like, and it's subscribe to your channel. Oh, thank you, Homic Warrior. Yes, please subscribe and hit the bell so when I come on live, you'll get the notification that I'm on live. So, I feel like this dating history killer needs a victim. Yes, of course. Because we're dealing with parents, but we're also dealing with a couple here. So, and that there's a history of violence in their dating life. So I would not be surprised if Jake or the mother have some shady past, something's gonna come up. Maybe an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend might come through. And let's do the true crime deck. If L.E. did, his name is Aggie, he said. Okay. If L.E. did that, they would have to close the case. It's illegal since he had a lawyer. He has a girlfriend at the photo center at Walmart. Ooh, so something might come out about the dating history there. Thank you, Aggie. Yeah, I think something's going to come out. And look, I mean, the mask is going to slip. Susie, that was before he met the mom. Okay. me about little Emmanuel. Tell me about the 7-month-old baby, Emmanuel Haro. Tell me about the 7-month-old baby, Emmanuel Haro, please, Spirit. Use these cards to communicate with us. What happened? Who's responsible? Oh, that card went flying. Got a wooded area. A wooded area. Beach. Tell me about baby Emmanuel. What happened to him? Who is responsible for hurting him? Who is responsible for hurting him? Damn. Wooded area, beach, desert. That sounds like California. I mean, that's all California. So okay, I'm going to try to make this make sense for California, but if there is a dry, deserted desert area that might have a few trees that leads out to water or is near a water source, possibly that leads out to the ocean, that might be something of interest. I haven't looked at his astrology because, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. When the parents are lying and law enforcement comes forward and tells us that the date, the time, that this is all a lie, that they fabricated the whole kidnapping thing, okay? Astrology gets a little difficult. I mean, I could do a map, but it's going to be like the Elijah Vu map. When I did Elijah Vu's map, the whole time I was doing his map, I knew that the lines weren't going to completely check out because the parents are lying. When you have someone that's lying, the astrology is a little difficult. You can still do it, but it's not 100%. All right, nail just flew out. They organized it. It just flew out. A fraud. So that's the lying. Revenge. Male. He might have been pissed off at her. Took it out on the baby. What a douche. I hope not. Alright, I'm going to pull a couple of astrology cards for Emmanuel. I think the planets do want to talk. I feel like the back windows give view to the area. Oh, okay. So you feel like he's close by? I feel like he would. Okay. Tell me about Emmanuel Haro, please. Homik, she is done with the live after this reading. Yes, Homik. I'll get you the next time I come live, okay? I'm really trying to focus on a little missing baby. And then I'm done, okay? I'll do your reading the next time I come live, okay? Maybe I'll come on tomorrow night after dinner, like maybe around 8 o'clock. Maybe I'll be on like between 8 and 10 or something tomorrow night. Now, I live in Delaware, so that's Eastern time frame, between 8 and 10, okay? Tell me about Emmanuel. Tell me about Emmanuel. History, his destiny. So this goes back to where I do feel like the parents felt like this baby messed with their destiny, messed with their future plans. I'm really curious if we're going to learn something about maybe somebody was in school and then they got pregnant, or somebody was starting a new job and then they got pregnant and they had to quit their job because they were pregnant. Just something weird with income and their future plans. So does prison. I don't understand that thinking. Yeah. So what he said, I mean, I feel like Jake would take things out on the baby, definitely. He's full of rage, I'm sure. Yeah, there's definitely some. Jake wears a mask, and I do believe that there's evidence of abuse. That the victim shows signs of it, from what they're able to gather from that house, and from photographs, videos, things like that. Their law enforcement is feeling neglect here to some degree. Second house, so income was a problem. They were losing resources. Income, money, that rules Taurus. And parents being like, baby's mine, the baby's mine. He's mine, he's my baby, that kind of a thing, right? And look, there's an arrow going through the apple. So, was Jake possessive of the mom and kind of using the baby as like collateral, like do what I say, or or he's not nice to the baby? I hope not, but it's a possibility. Or he was resentful towards the baby because, again, second house has to do with your income, your assets, your home, how you cherish and care for things. So again, care, the lack of care. Oops, hold on. The mountain could be seen as forest. They're either federal forest or mountains, part of reservation land. Okay, I mean those three cards that I pulled for like an area sounds exactly like California, because California is a mixture of desert, woods, and ocean. He was going back to jail. Oh, he was. Okay, good night. Did they think if they put him on reservation land in which surrounds house, but house not of that land, maybe think no one would be able to look? No, they can still search reservation land. They have to get permission. They get special permission. I'm going to do another spirit box on him soon too. I have a couple of clips of spirit box sessions that we did. I got to put them together. There's just so much air in between them. Tell me about Emmanuel. They found his clothes in a dumpster. Is he at the landfill? Let's see. So the fourth house is near the home, or near family that they know, people that they know, or an area that they're familiar with. They would have taken his body to an area that they're familiar with, a place that they've been before. And it could possibly be near the family home or near a relative, someone that they know's home. They never confirmed the clothes were his. Good night, Simron. Good night, Aggie. Usually work with Rez and Ellie. Yeah, they usually do. Where is Alright, so there's energy flowing through all of this. So this is telling me that the cards are talking to us. So there's something about financial hardship. There's something here about the family home, evidence of the family home, or that they are near a place that they're familiar with. And Emmanuel got the worst of it because someone felt that he interfered with their future. And that's all meshing together. I mean, this is saying like all this is working, all this is meshing together. And they're lying. There's definitely a lie here because this is the lie card. There's a lie. There's a false. There's someone that's being deceptive. There's someone who's corrupt and not telling us the truth. And there's going to be a delay. I feel like we're going to have a delay with the truth, unfortunately. I mean, this could be close to the house, or it could be that they took him to a place that they've been before, a place that they're familiar with. Big mad. Someone got big mad and used their strength in a negative way. Their strength was dignified, meaning that it was intensified. And Jupiter is somebody blew up, somebody lost it. This is big mad. And they felt righteous in their actions. Vesta, the hearth of the home. Something at the root of the home. Let me just pull one more card from the Haunted deck. I mean, I feel like he's spiteful. This can be someone who's spiteful. It seems like he would take it out on the baby. Possibly. You need cards with landmarks only that would come handy. Yeah, like an Atlas deck. Where is Emmanuel and what happened to him, please? Where is Emmanuel? What happened to him? Yeah, I'm getting bad vibes here. And the lack of empathy and the lie is really strong on this reading. And someone felt like having the baby, it just put a damper on their future plans or on their financial situation. Sure. Yeah, something is not true. And there's such a lack of emotion and such a lack of empathy here. Even from other family members, it's weird. Seven of Wands. So just as something like you're caught off guard. The baby didn't expect it to happen to him, but it happened. The baby wasn't expecting it. Eight of Wands. So that's, lack of financial progress, lack of financial, freedom, lack of running out of finances, running out of money. The Moon. So there's some secrets, there's some deception here. It's kind of showing me like glitter, like don't focus on all the things that are glittery, shiny, and gold. That's distractions. Don't focus on the distractions. There's something that they're trying to hide. He could be tied up. Yeah, I definitely think the dad, Jake, is a control freak. And they ran out of options. They felt like saying that the baby was kidnapped will give them a release of something or release them from the bonds of financial responsibility, releasing them from, having to care for this child. They were looking for a release, and I'd say they're both responsible, but Jake is really coming in strong. I mean, I even have a male here. So, I mean, this is a control freak. It's like, and male energy here. So, yeah. I would say it's financial, and I would say that he felt revengeful towards her for getting pregnant, and that it took away from his plans. Now, I don't think that, do I think that they planned it, that they wanted to murder their baby? No, I think he just lost his shit. But he's always been thinking this, and then it just happened. There's a lack of empathy. And he's not truly competent. There's something incompetent about both of them. And the action that they did, they really thought that they would make the story up and it would come true, but we saw right through it. I saw right through it the minute that I saw them on the news. I knew they were lying. I knew it was a lie. It did not feel genuine at all. So yeah, we got a lie here. We have lack of money, lack of funds. I have male energy. I have a male that felt like his future was delayed because of this baby. He could be near a house. He could be near water. I would say, if anything, it's like how the desert kind of runs into the water. Possibly the ocean, because the moon is the ocean. The fourth house is Cancer. That's the ocean as well. So, I don't know if they're near the ocean. All right, maybe I'll take a peek at the astrology and see if I can see anything. But like I said, it's really hard because it's a lie. It's a lie. And the astrology, you need the exact time someone goes missing to do a map. You need the exact time that the person goes missing and the exact date that they go missing. Now, law enforcement has already come out and said that that they're not sure the day that he went missing. They think 9 days prior. But again, that's a guess. So the astrology is a little difficult, but I will try to take a peek at it. All right, I'll try to come back on tomorrow night after dinner time. Like, give me around between 8 and 10. Okay, guys? All right, I love all of you. Thank you for being here with me. Blessed be. Be good to one another. Be kind to one another. Take it easy this September. This is going to be a rough month for all of us with these eclipses coming up. They are very emotional times for us, okay? So just remember, if you feel like you feel like what the hell's going on? Why is the energy so weird? Just remember that you have some serious eclipses coming up. Hopefully, it's going to shed some truth for us. Like I said, it can be an omen for people in power, so just be aware of that as well. And the eclipse in Virgo. The solar one, it should help us hopefully, finish up projects, finish up loose ends, and help us become a little bit more organized, but try not to be too hypercritical of others and of yourself, okay? Can you answer my question, please, because I live in India. Our time is not the same. Okay, what is your question, Homan? What's your question, hon? I got 2% left, so my battery's going to die. If my phone dies on you, then I'm really sorry. You're going to have to wait. But what is your question, Homik? About your future. Can you give me love life, work? Love life, work, what? Your future. Be more specific. Your future. Work. I'm just going to pull 3 cards for you, okay? This is just quick because I have to go, all right? So you're getting like a really quick card pull. You're welcome. Tell me about Homic Warrior's work life. Tell me about Homic Warrior's work life, please. Tell me about Homic, Warrior's work life. Water. There's some emotions with your work right now. Some fluidity, emotions with work. Oh crap, hold on. Are you emotional about work right now, Homic? Are you emotional about work, yes or no? Homic's work situation. What's going on with Homic's work? Spirit, tell me about Homic. Yes, my mom has a YouTube channel. Earth. Stability, financial situation, goals. They're coming out sideways, so something's off here. Something with your emotions and something with being grounded. Emotions and being grounded. Is that I work with her as a manager. Okay, well the water would be your mother. You work with your mom? Do you and your mom sometimes bump heads? She has a kitchen channel. If you want to leave her information in the chat, you can. I don't care. If you want to leave a link or whatever, that's fine. She cooks every day. That's nice. At least you get good food. But is there something with conflict with you and your mom? Something about finances? Something about the goals of the channel? Something about building the channel? But there's conflict. Okay, that's kind of showing up. You and your mom, okay, I got the Cancer card and Mercury. So your mom and you have to communicate. Is it just the two of you that do this? Your mom and you are twinning. So communication, Homic Warrior, is you have to communicate with her. And try not to get so emotional with this, with your mom. Something about the home and communicating. Okay. So your Mercury could be you and your sister. So give me 1 second. I gotta pull from another tarot deck, because I already pulled cards from this one. Tell me about Homic Warrior. Lack of action, lack of drive, lack of direction. You want something to blossom, you want something to bloom, but it's just not blossoming, it's just not blooming. If you look, I mean, this is like, you know, life is coming out of his stick here, but it's coming out in reverse. You have to put your ego aside. You have to put your ego aside. So the whole family's involved. That's why I got so much water, Cancer, and all that. Tell me about... It's not working hard. It's just communicating. There's a way that you have to communicate with your sibling, a way that you need to communicate with your mom. Communication is key, and setting goals and boundaries. Setting goals, setting boundaries, communication. I don't know if you have to travel, or you all still live together. Okay, my phone just died, so I can't see you. I can't see you. Alright, here's the outcome card for you. Homic, here's your outcome card. The outcome card for this work situation with this family. Okay, so you are capable to make this, you know, you have all the tools that you need You have everything you need. As above, so below. As above, so below. You have everything you need, okay? You just have to make it work. And communication is key. Without communicating, you guys aren't going to get anywhere. Communication is key. Having the same goals. Writing things down. Writing it down. And you have the capability to get this up and running. All the power is within you. Don't forget how strong you are. Don't forget that you can be a badass bitch too, and you can make things happen, okay? If you put your mind to it, you are blessed and you have the power to do it. Okay, I hope that helps. I'm going to have to go now, okay, guys? All right. Blessed be everyone. Take care. Well, you're going to have to start listening to them, okay? Communication is key, especially with your sibling and your mom. All right? All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye now.